Yeah, I think this next vote is going to be really important. And my older son says, "But I can't vote for Biden." And I go, "What did you say?" I said, "I'll tell you right now, I'm not paying for the flight ticket if you're going to vote for anybody else." But the thing that those of us who want at least the good part of the old system to remain have to understand that there's some legitimate concerns out there. And I think Biden was a great man. I think he was, he's kind of brought us back to the mainstream. But just on a surface level, he was not, by the same means, Trump is not. There's an age limit for when you can be, 34? Something like that?
34 or 35, I think.
Yeah, something like that. I think there should be an upper limit too. I don't think geriatrics should be presidents.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
So I think the good thing that the Democrats did, which was actually a sign that their votership needed to see, is that we were listening to them. Okay? Because I think if we're going to talk about the Republican Party, we also need to talk about what the Democratic Party has done to exacerbate this predicament. What are some of the things you think the Democratic Party has done to exacerbate this?
I think we have failed to produce that leader that we've been talking about. Because of the way that the system runs, you're anointed in this party, in both parties, and that may upset people.
We have American royalty. If you've got a certain name, it pulls.
Yes, it is rare that you see the Pete Buttigiegs of the world rise.
Although I like him.
Yeah, I do too. We have to do more of that. We have to do more as a nation, both parties, but particularly on the Democratic Party, since I'm that's my party. We have to do more to grow leaders, to give leaders an opportunity to, at the local level, at the state level, at the national level. And it begins with getting money out of politics. This has got to stop.
Oh, you're talking about when I gave you the list of things to talk about, that's the only thing you added. I'm 100% on board with that.
Oh.
What's the problem that we have with the American system right now? Because it's been baked into the system, but it's only really come to full fruition in the last couple decades.
Well,
American democracy is for sale.
Yes. So I raised money for Hillary.
Yeah.
In 2008. I raised, I think, about $150,000 for her, which was huge then.
Yeah.
After that Supreme Court decision, one person could write a $150,000 check. No big deal. So people like me were sidelined. Now, and this is true on both sides, Democrat and Republican, I get invitations to fundraising events, $500,000. $100,000, $75,000. Talk about being out of touch with the American society. Give me a break here.
And that's not democracy anymore.
That's not democracy.
No.
And this has got to change.
Yeah.
And it's not a problem with either party. It's with both parties. It's a problem with the system. It's a problem with the Supreme Court. We have got to change this.
We've created a kind of a form of feudalism. Yeah.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with you.
So it basically takes what could be an amazing leader down the street here off the playing field. Because
quite honestly, nowadays the system is I think people have played with a system that they know all the ins out. For you to even come, how in America we always say, a dishwasher can become a millionaire and every kid out there can become president. That's a wonderful story. But the amount of dirt I think you partly have to go through to be able to get there, and the amount of people you have to please so that you have a dying chance. I'd really like to know how many millions is it? Is it close to $500 million that you have to raise to become president, or even more?
Oh, it's much more. Yeah, I think you're closer.
And it's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. And what most people are not aware of is that these are individuals. This is like this is not even 1% of the population. We're talking about 0.01% of the population.
Yeah.
That is going to stipulate our future and basically are working into their own pockets.
Yes.
And every time you say, we need to curb that, they talk about socialism. Yeah, well, you're taking socialism for yourself, but you don't want it for the masses. Everybody wants that. Everybody wants that government contract. Everybody wants to do something for the military. I want to do SpaceX. I'm the richest man in the world. But why are you the richest man in the world? Because you're the richest man in the world because of taxpayer money.